The human brain contains roughly 86 billion neurons forming trillions of connections, a living supercomputer that's constantly changing and adapting. Thanks to revolutionary discoveries in neuroscience, we now know that our brains remain plastic throughout our lives, capable of forming new pathways and connections well into old age. Stay till the end for the most groundbreaking neuroscience technique that's transforming psychology. And if you're fascinated by the incredible potential of your brain, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more mind-expanding content. Let's explore the top 10 ways to rewire your mind using neuroscience. 10. Neuroplasticity-based habit formation. Every habit forms neural pathways in your brain that strengthen with repetition. Neuroscience shows habit formation follows a pattern: cue, routine, reward. By targeting the brain's reward system with positive feedback, new behaviors become easier and automatic over time. MIT research reveals that neurons in the striatum fire differently once habits are established. By designing your environment to reinforce these loops, you can rewire your brain to support desired behaviors. 9. Stress inoculation training. Chronic stress damages the brain, shrinking areas for memory and control, while strengthening fear responses. However, controlled exposure to manageable stressors, called stress inoculation, builds resilience. By gradually increasing your stress tolerance, this method recalibrates your nervous system. Brain scans show it improves connectivity between the prefrontal cortex and amygdala, helping you think rationally under pressure. 8. Cognitive behavioral neuroplasticity. Neuroscience shows that cognitive behavioral therapy can rewire your brain by replacing negative thought patterns with positive ones. Each time you replace a negative thought, you weaken unhealthy neural connections and strengthen healthier ones. This leads to measurable changes in brain activity, particularly in areas that control emotions and decision-making. 7. Neurofeedback training. Neurofeedback uses EEG sensors to monitor brainwaves in real time, helping you learn to regulate brain activity. It provides immediate feedback, allowing you to train specific mental states. Research shows it improves attention and impulse control, especially in ADHD patients. Advanced systems can target specific brain areas for training focus, creativity, emotional regulation, and performance skills. 6. Brain-gut axis optimization. The brain-gut connection reveals that your digestive system has a second brain with over 100 million neurons, influencing mood, cognition, and stress. The gut microbiome produces 95% of serotonin, affecting brain neurochemistry. Studies show gut bacteria can impact anxiety, with certain probiotics increasing GABA production to reduce anxiety. A Mediterranean diet with fermented foods and fiber supports healthy neurotransmitter production and reduces neuroinflammation, helping cognitive function and mood. 5. Memory reconsolidation techniques. Memory reconsolidation allows memories to become malleable when recalled, offering a chance to change emotional associations and traumatic memories. By introducing new information during this period, you can transform the original neural pathways. Research shows this method can permanently alter fear responses, with a higher success rate for treating phobias and PTSD than traditional therapy, often in just a few sessions. 4. Non-sleep deep rest protocols. Neuroscience research has identified specific brainwave patterns that produce profound recovery effects similar to deep sleep, but achievable during wakefulness through guided protocols. These structured meditation-like practices create a unique neurological state that reduces cortisol, increases neuroplasticity, and activates the parasympathetic nervous system. What makes NSDR particularly valuable is its efficiency minus 20 minutes, produces recovery benefits equivalent to 2 hours of regular rest. EEG measurements show that consistent practitioners develop increased theta wave activity, associated with enhanced learning and memory consolidation. The most valuable application is using these protocols immediately before or after learning sessions, as they've been shown to increase information retention by up to 30% by enhancing neurochemical conditions for memory formation. Leading neuroscientists now recommend incorporating 1 to 3 NSDR sessions daily, especially during high-demand periods when cognitive performance matters most. 3. Cross-hemispheric integration activities. Your brain has two hemispheres that process information differently, the left more analytical and sequential, the right more intuitive and holistic. Neuroscience shows that maximum cognitive performance depends on efficient communication between these hemispheres via the corpus callosum. Activities that force both hemispheres to coordinate create new neural connections across this bridge, enhancing whole brain thinking. The most effective exercises involve coordinated movement of the right and left sides of the body while solving cognitive challenges. Piano playing shows particularly strong effects, with MRI studies revealing that accomplished pianists have significantly larger corpus callosums than non-musicians. What makes cross-hemispheric training unique is how it generalizes. Improvements transfer to seemingly unrelated cognitive domains, enhancing overall mental flexibility and problem-solving capacity. Regular practice of bilateral integration exercises has been shown to improve creativity scores by up to 45%, while simultaneously enhancing logical reasoning ability. 2. Targeted dopamine detox. Modern technology and social media are specifically designed to hijack your brain's reward system through unpredictable dopamine hits, creating addiction-like patterns that impair focus and motivation for less stimulating but more meaningful activities. Neuroscience-based dopamine detoxing strategically restricts highly stimulating inputs for scheduled periods, allowing dopamine receptors to regain sensitivity. What makes this technique particularly powerful is its precision. Rather than global restriction, it targets specific supernormal stimuli while maintaining healthy dopamine-producing activities. Brain scan studies show that after a 30-day structured dopamine detox, participants show increased activity in the prefrontal cortex during tasks requiring sustained attention, indicating enhanced dopamine efficiency. The neurochemical rebalancing creates a virtuous cycle, as previously unrewarding activities like deep work or reading become increasingly pleasurable as receptor sensitivity normalizes. 1. Hedonic adaptation prevention. The most groundbreaking application of neuroscience to psychological well-being addresses the brain's tendency toward hedonic adaptation, a phenomenon where positive changes quickly become the new normal, preventing lasting satisfaction. By understanding the neurological mechanisms behind this adaptation, scientists have developed specific protocols to prevent this happiness treadmill effect. The technique involves strategically varied positive experiences rather than constant stimulation, creating surprise patterns that prevent the brain's reward centers from downregulating. What makes this approach revolutionary is how it contradicts common advice to maintain consistent gratitude practices. Neuroscience shows that predictable positive routines accelerate adaptation, while structured variability maintains sensitivity. Research from positive psychology labs demonstrates that individuals trained in these protocols maintain elevated happiness levels for over 18 months, compared to conventional approaches where benefits typically fade within 3 to 6 weeks. This science-based system works with your brain's natural tendencies rather than fighting against them, creating sustainable neural patterns that support lasting well-being. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.